I think Destiny 2 Into the Light, the April update for the Lightfall year, will be a massive disappointment for most people. I really don't keep up with leaks like at all, so I have no idea what they're saying over there, if it's right or not or whatever. I don't have inside sources or anything, so this is just completely just off the top of my head. It's gonna disappoint people a lot. And I think the main reason it's gonna be a disappointment is it has a name. If they didn't give it a name Into the Light and they just like dropped it, I think it'd be received better. Like if back when they announced it was happening, they just said, yeah, Final Shape's delayed, but we're going to have some content updates in between to give you guys more stuff to do, which honestly, looking at the calendar, it's not that, I mean, it's not great content, but like we got Riven's Wishes in February. March, we're getting more loot for Nightfall's Trials and Iron Banner. That's a good thing. And then we have Into the Light, whatever that is, in April. And May, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe we're getting the 5 or 3 new Crucible maps. I can't remember how many, but we're getting Crucible maps in May, I think. Like, I think the home run scenario for Into the Light, the best thing it could do is bring back a raid. Whether it's Leviathan, which would be probably the most likely, or Wrath of Machine, which is the least likely possibility. But that's dreaming. I don't think that'll happen. Maybe we get a couple campaign missions from the Red War or Forsaken, and it's put into the flashback tab, like to get the story so far. Maybe it's D1 missions in there. I don't know. But that's kind of where my mind is. Maybe it's a revamp to the New Light campaign story thing whenever you make a new character. Because honestly, right now, that just needs fix. I think there's probably hundreds or thousands of people that have just not played Destiny 2 because of that. Like, genuinely, in my opinion, playing the New Light little story campaign thing whenever you boot up a new character, I would equate it to grinding your teeth on a cheese grater. It's that bad. But, so yeah, maybe it's a revamp to that. I've seen a lot of people probably joking around, but it's probably real, that it's going to be a loot refresh for Moon weapons and Europa weapons, with Exo Challenge, Empire Hunts, and Nightmare Hunts getting red border, like, farmability. Probably likely, not going to lie. Which would be unfortunate. I think there's like a 60-40 chance we see the Garden of Salvation loot refresh. And I'm saying 40% it happens. I think it's more likely it doesn't happen, because if it was going to happen, it would have already, or it would happen in March. But I don't think it's going to happen with Into the Light. I think there's no shot at that. But what other things could come back? They said it is something people haven't thought about for years. Maybe it's Prison of Elders, but I don't think they would spend that much time on something. I know they already have assets for it and everything because of Warden of Nothing and all that. But like, I just feel like that's too much like back end work for a small content update, and it would hilariously be the second time it's been brought back in an April update. I don't think it's Sparrow Racing League. No shot at that. They said it's something for new and old players, so it's probably a New Light revamp. Maybe the Strike reworks they promised last year, maybe those come back. That's all I could think of. And I think Prison of Elders is the most out there thing. I think it's more out there than getting a raid back, but it's probably more possible than getting a raid back. That's just my thoughts. Don't give your hopes up about Into the Light. I genuinely think the loot refresh for Nightfall's Trials and Iron Banner is a larger update. I think the Crucible map pack is a bigger update. I think Into the Light will just disappoint people. I think it'll be more similar to Riven's Wishes. I think it's going to be like Dustrock Blues and a few other like year 1 and 2 weapons being brought back. That's probably all it's gonna be, in my opinion. It'll just be maybe an activity tied to it, maybe a loot refresh for uh Dares of Eternity. Yeah, that's what it's called, Dares of Eternity loot refresh. I just don't think there's gonna be a lot of big things happening with it. I think it's going to disappoint a lot of people because people are expecting it to actually add stuff, and I don't think it'll add that much, if anything. Anyways, that's just my thoughts. Don't hold your breath on it. There's a ton of other games that are out right now or have been out for a while. Helldivers 2, I'm hearing, is really good. I haven't played it yet. There's a ton of other games, you know, Solitaire, Minesweeper, and like, yeah, some of those aren't getting content updates, you know, but you know, if you don't like playing D2 because it's dry, maybe just go play Minesweeper. Okay. Yeah, that's about it for this video. Please like, comment, subscribe. Check out that pinned comment down below for some of my other socials and stuff. And yeah, I'll see you next time.